Before we dive into the controversy, let's set the stage for the fight itself. The idea of a fight between Mike Tyson, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, and Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer, might sound outrageous at first. But if there's one thing both fighters understand, it's how to draw an audience. Mike Tyson. At 58 years old, Tyson remains an icon of boxing, known for his explosive power and charisma. His return to the ring in 2020 for an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. proved that fans still have a deep love for Iron Mike.
I was worried. I was too. Listen, y'all can't be out there trying to kill each other. What else do he know?
That's all he know.
What else do he know? If he trying to hit you like he gonna be trying to kill you. That's all he know. So first time he hit me in the chest, I feel like a horse and keep myself. I ain't think he punched like this still, you feel me? I think he slowed down. Nah, bro. I ain't slowed down. At 54, he still that fast?
He still slipping them?
You feel me? He still slipping all my stuff. And I'm right now, because I got to be right just in case he get wrong, and we going to get wrong together. You feel me? I'm thinking, you understand me? He fast.
Jake Paul. Though initially dismissed as a gimmick, Jake Paul has silenced some of his critics with an undefeated record against MMA fighters and retired athletes. His fights are huge pay-per-view draws, making him one of the most polarizing figures in combat sports. Together, these two fighters are set to clash in a matchup that blends nostalgia, entertainment, and controversy. Turki Alalshikh, one of the most influential figures in global sports and entertainment, didn't hold back his opinions on the Tyson versus Jake Paul fight.
See Turki Alalshikh, he wants to see the rematch between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, and he's now offering Mike Tyson $700 million.
In a now viral statement, Alalshikh called the fight a mockery of boxing, criticizing it as a cash grab that disrespects the sport's legacy. He argued that matches like these focus on spectacle over skill, overshadowing legitimate boxers who have dedicated their lives to the craft. Alalshikh, who has invested heavily in bringing world-class sports events to Saudi Arabia, believes the sport deserves better than what he called a sideshow. But his comments didn't sit well with fans or with Tyson and Paul's camps. The reaction to Alalshikh's criticism was swift and intense. Fans of both Tyson and Jake Paul took to social media to defend the fight, pointing out that it's not just about boxing, it's about entertainment.
Wasn't the Tyson-Jake fight, wasn't that amazing?
Yeah. It's amazing they got paid so much money for that.
Support for the fight. One fan tweeted, "Boxing is about putting on a show, and Tyson versus Paul is exactly that. If it gets more people watching the sport, why not?" Criticism of Alalshikh. Others accused Alalshikh of being a hypocrite, pointing out that Saudi Arabia has hosted numerous celebrity-driven events, including WWE matches and exhibition soccer games. Even Jake Paul himself responded, saying, "Everyone has an opinion, but at the end of the day, this fight is for the fans. Love it or hate it, people will watch." Mike Tyson, never one to shy away from controversy, also addressed Alalshikh's comments in a recent interview. Tyson defended the fight, saying it's not just about legacy, but also about connecting with a new generation of fans. "Boxing has always been about putting on a show," Tyson said. "If this fight inspires kids to pick up gloves or brings attention to the sport, then we're doing something right." Tyson also highlighted how his opponent, Jake Paul, has brought younger audiences into boxing. "He's a disruptor," Tyson said, "and boxing needs that right now." Turki Alalshikh's criticism is especially notable because of his role in reshaping the global sports landscape. As the head of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, Alalshikh has been instrumental in bringing high-profile events to the kingdom, from WWE to Formula One, and even boxing matches featuring stars like Anthony Joshua. However, this has also led to accusations of sports washing, with critics arguing that Saudi Arabia is using these events to distract from human rights issues. Alalshikh's comments about Tyson versus Paul have added fuel to this debate, with some questioning whether his stance is genuine or part of a larger PR strategy. At the heart of the controversy is a question that's been dividing boxing fans for years. Traditionalists. They argue that fights like Tyson versus Paul cheapen the sport, turning it into a spectacle rather than a serious competition. Modernists. They believe that these events are necessary to keep boxing relevant in an age dominated by social media and short attention spans.
I'm gonna start like this. First of all, if you're a boxer and you're not taking note or notice of what Jake Paul is doing, you're worried about criticizing his boxing skills, then you're the fool because he made $40 million last year. Do I need to say anything?
Mic drop.
So actually, you should pay attention to what the hell he's doing outside of the ring. You understand me? Then if you better yourself inside the ring and use what he's teaching you outside the ring, then you probably can do what he's doing, because he's doing a hell of a job of teaching you guys how to use social media to up your grade. You understand? If you don't take that lesson, then you're crazy.
There's no denying that Jake Paul and other influencers have brought a fresh audience to boxing. But the question remains, at what cost? Is this new wave of celebrity-driven fights helping or hurting the sport's long-term reputation? One thing is clear. Tyson versus Paul is poised to be a financial juggernaut. With a reported purse of over $50 million and projections for record-breaking pay-per-view sales.
Is it true that you made $170 million from this fight?
I made a lot of money, the most money I've made ever.
60 million households, Jake.
250 million people.
Bro, that is so
It's all downhill
crazy.
from here.
No, for sure.
I peaked.
This fight underscores the growing influence of entertainment-driven boxing. But while the financial success is undeniable, it raises questions about fairness. Younger fighters on the undercard often make a fraction of what headliners earn, even though they're putting in just as much effort. Turki Alalshikh's comments reflect a growing concern about how the money in boxing is distributed. For Jake Paul, this fight represents another opportunity to silence his critics and prove he's more than just a social media star. A win against Mike Tyson, even an older version of the legend, would cement his place as one of the most talked-about figures in boxing. For Mike Tyson, the stakes are different. At 58, Tyson isn't fighting to prove anything, he's fighting for the love of the sport and the fans who've supported him for decades. But a poor performance could tarnish his legacy, making this fight as risky as it is exciting.